Yo guys, this is Captain Daniel Kim. Long time no see. So in today's video, everyone's in year 2024. It's actually, I would say 1/4 done, right? And in this video, I'm going to talk about what are the 5 must-have essentials or must-do things when it comes to online dating in 2024. And this actually has been true for the past, I would say, 1 year, even 2023. And I'm going to kind of move it forward and add a little bit of extra bonuses too. Okay, first thing, number 1. For online dating, you need professional photos, okay? And I'm going to add a little bit to it at the end. So first, professional photos. Why? Okay, so can you use your iPhone to take professional photos? Nowadays, yes, but a guy who uses a more DSLR or a more advanced camera and actually hires a photographer, right, will do a lot better than you. Why? Because a photographer, it has a skill. It's called photography, right? And there's a reason why they charge money for it. And for example, you know, there's a video I saw that said models versus the average guy. Yes, the model is good looking, but also photography makes models look better. Okay, some of these photographers or shots they have, these models work with some of the best photographers. So they're getting this for kind of for free because of their job, right? But if you make more money than a model, because like I said, most of you might make more money. If you're watching this, you probably have a decent kind of income. Use your money to have the same kind of advantage as a model. Yes, the model might be more physically better looking. However, you can actually have the same quality of photos, and I'm gonna teach you how to even make yourself look better. But quality photos first. Number 2, learn how to edit your photos. Okay, so living in Asia for the past, I would say, 3 years, 4 years? Actually, it's been 5 years. Here's one thing about Asia, okay? Especially countries like Korea and Japan. And one thing you'll notice about online dating when it comes to Asian countries, all the girls are Photoshopped. And don't get mad if any of the girls in these countries are watching this, but most of the girls who I meet online or even on Instagram, they never look as great as the photos. Okay, they're always -1 or -2 points. Like, bar none. I could do an analytical study, but I know based on my own perception, right, and probably a lot of guys in Asia, the girls never, ever look like the photos. Why? They use a lot of editing apps such as Mate2, Snow, Face App, all these kind of editing apps, okay? You need to learn how to use them, okay? I'm not saying do it too much where you look catfish, but do it enough where you look good, like maybe you went to a professional photo shoot. How do I know this? Because as a model now in Thailand, I realize that a lot of my shoots or a lot of my castings or all these things, they always put makeup on. In Thailand, they always put makeup on and have a hairdresser there to make me look good for the casting. And they always use professional cameras. They never take photos with the iPhone. So if even in castings, they're doing all this, shoot, wouldn't you think for you to look your best on online dating where you can meet the future girlfriend or your wife, you need to up your game, right? If models are doing this, you can't make that excuse, well, I don't look like that. Well, now with all these editing, right? Even what's that thing called where you put someone's face on videos? Oh man, I can't. The thing where they use AI videos, right? Don't do that. But I'm saying, like, make your face a little bit more attractive if you were on your best day, best hair, just got a fresh cut, just put on makeup, did everything you can to make yourself look good. And this is what I actually teach my clients to do, right? I teach them all the apps so they are also ahead of the game, or at least be in the even playing field just like the girls are. Because there's a lot of girls who are not models either, but they all look great because they know how to edit their photos. But the thing with men is we can't Photoshop too much, because if you Photoshop too much and the girl knows that you're catfish, it always subtracts when you meet them in person. So you actually want to be like maybe 0.5 to 1 point less when it comes to editing your photos, okay? If she says that you look just like your pictures, like I said, that's a huge plus. That means she is actually more interested in your vibe than your looks. And women are not shallow as men. So even when you edit your photos, if you edit just slightly enough to make yourself look good, you're fine. Okay, number 3. You got to improve your sexual market value, aka SMV. Now, you can't just be fat. You can't just put on nice clothes. You can't just do all this. Actually, this should have been number 1 essential because you have to take care of yourself, right? Now, there's no excuse. So being in Asia, I learned about skincare. I learned about all these cosmetic procedures like Botox, fillers. And as I'm getting older, I realized I will need Botox, right? Because I'm starting to get wrinkles. I'm starting to do all this. And even to some of my older clients who have a lot of crow's feet on their eyes and a lot of wrinkles on their forehead, or they have pimples, like, okay, so maybe you don't want to do Botox. And fillers, like I said, I'm a little bit iffy about that too because of outside substance. But if you have acne and you get a cosmetic procedure to remove all acne scars or blackheads or kind of like very bad skin, you got to do it, right? Now, glass skin's getting a big deal, but actually, if you look up looks maxing or Google what facial features on a man looks attractive, I think skin is the top 3. There's like nose that really helps out, and all this kind of stuff. Nose, eyes, whatever are the hunter's eyes, but skin is one of the top 3 things that makes a person attractive because it shows hygiene too. So you have to learn. I mean, let's talk about looks maxing. You got looks max at least to make yourself look good enough, where I would say. You have to be at almost your prime, or at least reaching there every single day. You have to make yourself look better every single day. So eventually when you put yourself out there, you only put your best version. Because no matter how much editing, no matter how much professional photography, if you're just an ugly guy and you're not ugly guy compared to others, but your ugliest version of yourself, where everyone has their prime, like everyone has their prime look, okay? Everyone has their max SMV look. And you can't, like, obviously don't compare yourself to a really good looking guy who has symmetrical features and everything like Brad Pitt or something, but you have to max out your look. And once you max out your look, then you can start putting yourself out there. Obviously, if you want to get results now, you could put yourself out now, but if you're really overweight or really have bad skin or you're just not your best self, you have to work on that before you even get online dating and everything like that. Okay, number 4, I've been talking about this constantly. You gotta have Instagram, okay? And your Instagram needs to be just as upgraded as your online dating profile. You can't have an online dating profile with nice pictures, with all these editing and looking great, and your Instagram sucks and it has pictures of your dog and family and all that stuff. No, your Instagram has to be your dating business card. It has to be like your LinkedIn. It has to be just as good. And it's like now Instagram is pretty much your society's business card. I don't know if you saw that show Black Mirror, where like everyone's like kind of social currency is based on Instagram. Is the world getting to that? I wouldn't say it is in terms of everything, but in dating, I would say. I think a guy who has maybe, 10K to 20K to even 100K followers, but he's not as attractive, right? As the guy who has maybe 5K followers to maybe 2K, but even if the 2K follower to 5K follower is a model, I would say sometimes the guy with the blue check mark, now you can buy blue check mark and everything, but back in the day when with higher Instagram followers and he shows a lifestyle, even though he's not as attractive as a model, he would now actually beat some of the good looking guys. I'm not even kidding. I think now looks are not as important because now that women are also on Instagram, I think they also care about society, right? Because if you actually think about it, not a lot of girls post pictures with hot guys. You really rarely see that. Do you ever see these girls in Dubai ever post a picture with a hot guy saying this is the guy I fucked? Oh, excuse my language, I shouldn't have cursed. Let's delete that out. But or I was intimate with, right? You rarely see that. So what I'm trying to say is a lot of these girls are most posting about social status, right? They're at the nicest bar, they're at a yacht, they're flying first class. They're not really posting a lot of pictures of hot guys or dating hot guys unless, the hot guy is successful and she's, they have this like couple Instagram. So that's another thing, right? That's why you should have Instagram and make yourself look better than you are on Instagram and fake it till you make it. Like, don't feel ashamed that like, oh, but I'm not that cool. No, I have worked with enough clients where I can make everyone look cool. Even if you're an engineer, like I have a client who's a doctor and I was like, yeah, how do I make myself cool? Yeah, it's a little tacky, but show that you're a doctor. Like doctor's still a very renowned job that girls respect. So show that, okay? So those are 4. Now the last one, okay. So you need to figure out the cheat code when it comes to online dating, okay? So when it comes to online dating, right, you have to actually put effort in, okay? And there's an algorithm. You gotta like figure out like, okay, why are these apps making it pay? Why do you have to do this, all that stuff? So like you have to figure out like how to cheat the system when it comes to dating apps. So for example, first thing, like let's say in a dating app, in some countries, some apps are better than others, where there's more hot girls on these apps than other, right? For example, Hinge is better in the States, or in Asia, there's Bumble's getting bigger, right? Tinder's kind of dying down, but then if you could get on Raya, so no reason why you should have Instagram. If you have a good Instagram, you can get on Raya. So you need to understand like, okay, how do I use these apps? What do I need to use on these apps so I could get up front? Because there's so many people now using online dating apps. There's a reason why they're charging it. And when they charge you and you actually pay the fee, you actually get to be moved up front. So if you have the resources, right, use your money to get ahead of the pack. Because sometimes girls, right, they have so many matches that you just being in front might she just get out. And I realize a lot of girls, they don't look at these dating apps all the time. But guess what they do look at a lot? It's Instagram. So if you could get her off the app and get on Instagram right off the bat, right, then like you are one of the top 3 guys she might want to see right away. But here's another funny thing. You can now use Instagram for online dating. A lot of my clients, actually one client is just using purely, he's in Dubai, so he's using purely online dating through Instagram. He's going on dates through Instagram only. And now Korea's kind of doing that too. So you need to understand what online dating is. Now, dating is actually easier than ever. And if you're actually behind the curve on this and not taking advantage of online dating, you're actually messing this up. Because you really want to go approach girls on the streets every single day, use that as a supplement. That's actually your foundation to bring the social skills. But you need to go on dates too. And dating is easier than ever. Trust me. Like, this is something you have to do. And if you're not doing it now, you're way behind the curve, guys. So I said, like, the 5 must-haves, guys. Quick summary, right? 1, get better photographers. Get better photos. 2, learn how to edit. 3, get Instagram. 4, it's not in order, but being the best physical self of you. Like, make sure you look the best. Like, work on yourself every day. Work out, get jacked. Like, you know my story, right? I was a fat guy. Like, if I posted the pictures, editing, whatever, when I was fat and ugly, I still wouldn't get the girls that I'm getting now, right? It's just like, you need to update yourself, upgrade yourself every single year. That's just a journey of self-help. I don't want to talk about self-help, but that is, okay? Improve yourself as a man. And number 5, cheat the system, know the system. Like, everyone's on this, right? So you got to find a way to get ahead of the pack. There's other guys who are trying to do this. So if you're not even doing the bare minimum, then you're only going to get the minimum. So, like, try to really, like, cheat the system or learn the shortcuts to be ahead of everyone else. So I really hope this helped, guys. It's been a pleasure. It's good to be back and giving value to you guys. And this is, I know I only make videos for, I guess, Asian guys, but I hope this helps every guy who's on this who really needs the help. And make sure if you like videos like this, subscribe. But not only that, follow me on Dominant Asian Dating on Instagram, Dominant Asian Dating. Message me if you want to get on a free coaching call where we could get on a quick call and let me see if I could help you out. Like I said, no strings attached. I just want to give you value. I could even go over your Instagram profile or your dating profile if you want, but DM me and follow me on Dominant Asian Dating. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Captain Daniel.